Hi everyone, this is Kat of Catalyst Holistic Life Coaching. Merry Christmas. I am here to do your weekly guidance reading for this week of December 23rd through the 29th. I am running a little late doing my weekly guidance. I just had my birthday and so much going on this past weekend, and holidays just have everyone kind of in a rush, so I'm here doing it now. um, so this is just a general reading for the overall collective, so it may or may not resonate with you today, and it is also timeless, so it could be an energy that has already started to come into fruition, or it could be something that starts to happen at a later time. So this will be uh, my second to last reading before the new year, and so I'm pretty excited for the changes that are coming. I'll make a little announcement at the end of the video about some offerings that I'll be doing, so we'll go ahead and jump right into it. So I actually had a couple other cards pop out before our actual reading. So first we had the Nine of Cups, which all has to kind of do with a harmony, feeling balanced and kind of at ease. And we also have the King of Pentacles, um, which is a very grounded, sure-footed energy, someone who is really strong and patient, and someone who's offering a seed or knowledge. And so this is, I'm seeing like a very big week of introspection and grounding and feeling more secure, making decisions about how we're going to move into the new year, what foundation we're trying to lay for ourselves, and what's going to be the most like fulfilling, where are we going to feel the most harmonious and in alignment with ourselves. So that could be the question of this reading. So this is starting with the Shadowscapes Tarot. The first card we have is the King of Wands in the reverse. So King of Wands has to do with power, our passions, our leadership, and so some of you have maybe been called into a leadership role, but you're not quite sure how to step forward into that. You're not sure how to, if you're ready to take on this role. Maybe some of you are trying to kind of quell that inner fire, finding that inner power, uh, because you've been working a lot on your own self-esteem. And this can also be a warning of people in your life that can be manipulative or really like domineering. So be wary of, maybe this is someone in your life that represents someone who's kind of overpowering you. And so you're kind of introspecting on how to be more grounded in yourself. And also be wary about how you're trying to be overpowering or manipulative towards others, because even though the King of Wands is about power, that's standing strong in your truth, especially in the reverse position. That's more of our inner strength, how we conduct ourselves instead of worrying how to conduct others. So you could be really called into question this week about how to um, bring more of your presence into the world by really actually taking that dive inward and questioning, how do I want to stand strong and represent myself in the world? And moving into the second card, we have the Four of Wands. Lots of Wands energy this week. So passion, fire, action, moving forward. So the Four of Wands is completion. This is also like a marriage, spring, growth. So you could be coming to a sense of completion with yourself. If some of you are single right now and you've been doing a lot of inner work, this could mean a completion of like coming together and being whole with yourself, finding a place of complete bliss and happiness in your union with your true self. If some of you are in a relationship, this could potentially mean a deepening of the relationship, moving forward together strongly. in a place where you're feeling more secure in yourself, in your self power, because maybe that's something you've struggled with in relationships. Is maybe you've had a past of not finding your voice and not being powerful, and so you're kind of stepping forward out of that, and maybe you could be moving forward with someone new that is really encouraging you to keep this strength going. So if this also has to do with work, this could be a personal project that you've been working on, something that you're really passionate about, that you've been trying to push forward. And now this week you're going to kind of see how it's all going to come together and how it's really going to manifest into the new year. And moving into our final card, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. So the Four of Swords usually has to do with rest and meditation and taking care of yourself. But with it in the reverse, I think this week is really telling you to go for it, to whatever this represents for you, whether this is a personal goal or something that you've been sitting with yourself for a while. This is saying now is the time to come forward and actually put that into the world. Now is the time to not be afraid to step forward and kind of come into union with the world around you to kind of have that complete peace. So there could be a revelation of how to maybe a purpose comes forward that wasn't clear to you before. And this is really calling on you to take that action, to put that into the works. And the swords have to do with the mental body. So this could be telling you to, get more of that clarity, get more of that positive thinking of preparing yourself to move forward. So a lot of exciting stuff happening this week. We're going to move into our animal guide for the week. We have Peacock Spirit, let it shine. Yeah, don't be afraid to be this strong and powerful person that you know you are. Don't be afraid to shine your light, be magnificent, show off a little bit, be loud, be boisterous, be beautiful, be your beautiful self, and just come more into union with who you really are. Bring that forward into the world. Really actually show your true colors. This could be what 2020 is really calling for, is no more holding back, no more waiting around for the right time, no more searching for outside sources to complete us, but finding that completion in ourselves and just being able to sit and stay grounded in your true nature and say, hey, here I am. This is shining my heart forward. This is shining what I'm passionate about forward, because I'm unique and I have my own voice. Awesome. So now we are moving into our crystal energy, which if you have this crystal or not, this could be a good energy to help you throughout the week. We have opal, emotional magnification. So opals are actually like one of the highest content containing water like minerals. They have a really high percentage of water left over, even though they turn into rock. I think it's something like 0.08%. So they're really seen as like a water energy stone. They kind of grow in waves like water. And so this is really saying, I think, to, again, not be afraid to shine your heart forward, to shine your true self, express yourself, express your love, because this really has to do with marriage and union. And so there could be really expansive, especially since we have a new moon coming up, there could be a lot of expansive emotional things going on in your life. You could start feeling more emotions because you're starting to connect with yourself more deeply. So being gentle with yourself, being really loving towards yourself, being supportive, and not being afraid to express those emotions in a healthy way with others, not being afraid to show there's so many colors and opals. So really letting everyone see all the facets of yourself. It's okay for us to have this range of emotion. So really just letting that come naturally as it flows. Okay, and then we're moving into our Work Your Light Oracle message for the week. So we have, trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So again, I think this is like trusting in that inner power, trusting in yourself and your heart and your intuition. You could be tapping more into the intuitive aspects of yourself this week. Trusting what's coming forward, trusting that you have everything you need, because we also have, both of these are fours. So we have this steady, strong support. We have all the four corners. You have all aspects that you need to be able to move forward. So how can you strongly move forward when you completely trust in yourself in the process? And then coming into our wild offering message, we have forgiveness. Healing comes from acceptance. Help me, divine, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. So for some of you, if there was someone in your life that you've kind of separated from that was maybe overbearing, trying to overpower you and dim your shine a little bit, you could be working to forgive them. Or this could be moving away from that phase and learning to forgive yourself for any past mistakes that you may have made, no matter how big or small. Self-forgiveness is really when we start to come into union with ourselves and we accept both aspects of our feminine and our masculine. We accept taking this time out for ourselves. And when we start to trust in that more, trust in our forgiveness for ourselves, this could bring up more of this emotional stuff. So some of you are really having to dig deep and forgive something before we move into the new year. So open your heart space. Maybe this is someone that you have to communicate forgiveness with, shining your heart forward, letting that forgiveness shine. So maybe some of you had a situation where you had been hurtful or overpowering towards someone else. And this is really calling for you to kind of step up and take that action to be humble and come forward and kind of make things right. Whether you become friends with this person again or not, making right with yourself and with other people who you feel you have wronged is a very big heart opening process. This is all green, like heart chakra energy. So whether they forgive you or not, it's also, it still does a lot for yourself. It still opens that heart space because it takes a lot of courage to be able to come forward and admit that you were wrong. So, being really grounded, trusting in your power, and also with this 9 of Cups, the 9 is the last before 10. So this is the last challenge before coming to completion. So this could be reflecting on how can I be more emotionally balanced? And if there's something that you haven't forgiven yourself for, or you feel like you want to be forgiven for from somebody else, dig into your heart space and trust that you are forgivable and that you don't necessarily need other people to give that to you. You can give it to yourself. So a lot of really empowering stuff this week, and it also is like challenging with the whole forgiveness thing. That's with Christmas also, it's a really good time to dig into that energy, and we're going to move into a new year. So ask yourself, do you really want to carry that energy, that grudge, moving into a new year with you, or would you rather leave it behind? So that's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you next week for your last reading of 2019. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.